What's up, fellow entrepreneurs? It's John Foggerholm again, and today I want to talk about business reimbursements. But first, I'm an attorney, but I'm not your attorney, so please seek out competent legal representation for your specific needs. Okay, so let's talk about it. There's a specific case that addresses business reimbursements called Ty versus IBM. The court in that case held that employers are required to specifically reimburse business expenses incurred working from home if those business expenses are a direct consequence of the employment, including things like internet access, phones, and even a telephone headset. Now, this ruling is not that much different than the original case, except in a very specific instance. Now, my previous statement is not that different than the already existing rule. However, the interesting part of this particular case is that the court held that the employer might be obligated to reimburse business equipment or equipment used for the employee's job, even if that equipment is not required by the employer. Interesting, right? What the court seems to be saying is that the employer is responsible for equipment that the employee wants to use, even if it's not required for the job, so long as the purchase of that equipment was predominantly for the job. Considering the number of employees that now work from home, I'm predicting that this is going to be an easy place for predatory attorneys to target employers. I can imagine that there are going to be employees that want to be reimbursed for very expensive specialized chairs or certain types of desks, who knows what else, as long as the primary purpose of making that purchase, large or small, was to do their job. So what's the takeaway here? First thing is you should determine what your employees that work from home are using, such as phones, internet, and the basics, and at minimum reimburse for those items. Second, I think you should determine if there are specialized items that your employees have purchased to help them do their job that you may not know about. And finally, I think you should have a written policy for approving equipment that your employees want to use from home. That way there's at least some sort of vetting system for what they're using, what they're not using, what you have to reimburse for, and what you don't have to reimburse for. All right, until next time, be productive.